Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm bringing you another video from part of my Poundland hack series. So this time around we're going to be duping higher end products like this cute trinket dish that I saw spotted in Oliver Bonas for a cost of just around about £5 using Poundland products as opposed to £12.50 if you purchase from their website. Starting off using some air-dried clay. Poundland stocks some modelling clay, but I picked this up from the range as my Poundland didn't have any in stock. So I gathered up some kitchen utensils and one of these little small glass dishes from Poundland and started with a small chunk of clay. Warming the clay up and kneading it well, I just rolled it out on a flat surface with a rolling pin. Rolled it out flat till it was about 3 or 4 millimeters in depth and covered it over the little glass bowl. Now I actually made a mistake here and I forgot to cling film my little glass dish first, so I'd recommend to do that so the clay doesn't get stuck to it. So after smoothing it down and shaping it around the little glass bowl, then I took a knife and just went around the edge, just trying to get the edge of our trinket dish nice and smooth and straight and level all the way around. Taking off the excess and tidying up and trimming around the edges, that's when I ran into the problem with no cling film on my little bowl. So I had to take mine off, pop the cling film on and then place it back down, and that's when I left it to dry and started on the next part. So here I'm just fashioning a little moon shape and I'm just making sure that I can actually fit a ring on the little moon, so I'm just trying to get it nice and smooth, and then I just practice popping a little ring on it just so it will fit a ring on the tip. Leaving it to dry for a few days, I just went around the edges of the dish with some sandpaper just to make it all nice and smooth. Next part is to glue the moon in place, so I just used a hot glue gun to stick it in place and then a little tip just to trim off any of the For the next part you'll need some acrylic paints, sold in Poundland for £3, some small paintbrushes, and I used a gold pen for the edging. Then I just got to work painting the design, and this took about 3 coats to cover it, so it was a nice finish. So here I'm just doing the decorative speckly part of the moon, and I'm just flicking a little bit of paint off the paintbrush just to give that kind of spotty effect. Next I went on with a metallic gold pen from Poundland around the edge. I went over this a couple of times just to give it a nice bright gold look. After that side was dry, I flipped it over, popped it in a mug so that I could paint the underside. After a few coats and leaving it to dry, I painted some little gold stars onto the moon. I tried this first with the felt tip pen, but it wasn't very clear, so then I popped a little bit of the gold paint out onto the plate and used a detail brush just to go over the stars. Next I took a clear nail varnish to give a glossy glazed effect over the moon. Now this didn't look very much different to just using ordinary PVA, so I recommend just using PVA on this because it just gave a similar effect. I then did 2 coats everywhere else in PVA glue and left overnight to dry. And here's the final product. So all in all, the project cost me around about £5 using about £1 worth of clay. £3 went on the paints and £1 on the gold pen, leaving plenty of leftovers for other projects. So be sure to leave me a comment, let me know what you think, let me know if you're going to give this a try at home. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this Poundland hack you may like my video which is making a macrame moon dream catcher, so check out that video. Thanks very much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Thanks, bye.